Champions again, Liverpool.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Council. How are we all? Hopefully all of you are having a fantastic day wherever you are around the world, and welcome to our match preview, match reaction, towards Liverpool's 7-2 defeat against Aston Villa. Yes, that is correct. 7-2. We lost tonight against Aston Villa. And we will get talking about that. We will be talking about everything that happened. We will talk about all the goals, individual performances, a team performance, then realistically as well. And yeah, we'll just be getting involved with the chat and having your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section, and my thoughts, and yeah, overall everyone's thoughts about that crazy game, and what a crazy game it was. But if you're new to the Council, then please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to enable notifications, because YouTube hate notifications as well. But what a crazy game it was. What an absolute crazy game of football. I think all of us, we all thought before the game, that Liverpool were going to win this and win it comfortably, and how wrong we was. Because fair play to Aston Villa. And before I say anything else in this video, fair play to Aston Villa. They fully deserved the win. They played absolutely superb tonight and completely outdid Liverpool tonight. They did. There's no two ways going around it. It's not saying, oh, Liverpool were bad and blah, blah, blah. No, Villa were excellent tonight, and they absolutely deserved, deserved the 3 points that they did take. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I will read all of your comments out. Rob with the two crying faces. Yes, I already know some rival fans are going to be laughing at us. Some said worst keeper Adrian. Yeah, we will get talking about that. Batesh says, I need to vent in the comments, Connor lad. Please do let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions after that game. Michael says it was a crazy game. That's all. Yeah, very crazy game. Seamus is in say, with the crying angry face. I fully understand where you're coming from. But there, mate. Chris says hello. I was having a fantastic day. I think we all was. We were all having a fantastic day, especially after Manchester United lost to Tottenham in such a unique fashion. And I think all of us were a little bit gloating a bit before the game, and yeah, it just all went down south, didn't it? Scotty is in as well, saying we are dire tonight, heads up. Yeah, absolutely. Chris says Adrian shouldn't be used as a scapegoat, whole defense to blame, acting like schoolboys. I would agree. I would absolutely agree. Chris says we deserve to get beat. Embarrassing shambolic and disgusting performance. Yeah, absolutely. He also says we should hang our heads in shame. Patesh says, oh, Connor, mate, I know, Patesh, I know. It's not good, is it? It's not good. Seema says very poor performance from us. No excuses. We were well beaten. Sorry. We just have to move on from it. Still early in the season. Yeah, absolutely. We're only in the 4th game of the season, and yeah, it's things can happen. If we were to lose this game and then go on like a 28 20 game, 25, 28 game run, unbeaten, we could end up winning the league and things, I guess. And we all know from last season that we need to only lose 3 games to practically win the league, and this is 1 out of 3 strikes, you could say. Anyway, but Scotty says defense, can't trust Adrian. No, yeah, I would agree with that. I think there's not a specific like other people have said as well in the comment section down below. I don't think you can blame one particular player today. I think you need to criticize the group as an overall thing. Yes, Adrian made the mistake, first of all, but there were other players as well, Joe Gomez as well, making loads of mistakes. And, for me, having one of his worst games in the Liverpool shirt, Virgil van Dijk not performing to the top that Virgil van Dijk has delivered, over the last couple of years. Trent was nowhere in the game. I thought Robbo was okay at times, even Robbo was pretty bad today, and midfield as well. That whole situation was terrible today, and yeah, the attack less said about that. But yeah, majorly goalkeeper, defense, and as a team, just shocking performance realistically, as well. But if I quickly show you guys, anyway, I don't really want to show you guys this, but I have to. Of course, the stats for the game, as you can see on screen. Let me make it bigger for you guys. Yep, as you can see on screen right now, of course, 7-2, the victory. Well, to Aston Villa anyway. Ollie Watkins getting a hat trick. His hat trick was well deserved. Let's not get this wrong. Absolutely fantastic. Hat trick for him. Get a first half hat trick as well. It's the first time I think Liverpool have conceded. I think a first half hat trick since like the 70s or the 80s, I believe. It's the last hat trick we've conceded since Dimitar Berbatov did it against us with Manchester United. So yeah, so Ollie Watkins, John McGinn, Ross Barkley, and then Jack Grealish getting 2 goals as well, and then both our goals coming from Mo Salah as well. Probably our best attacker alongside Jota, Diogo Jota, of course. Thought them to, when they had the opportunity to try and score, I thought them to give it their all as well. But as you can see, 18 shots to 14, 11 shots on target compared to 8. Possession 70% for Liverpool, which is, when you look at the game, it's very, very bad. And passes as well, 625 to 284. Pass accuracy 84% to 68. Fouls 10 to 7. Yellow cards 2 to 1, and then red cards 0-0. Offsides 2-1, and then corners 7-2 as well. But stats wise, things don't look so bad. But then when you just look at the scoreline and you think 7-2, yeah, absolutely crazy. In many respects anyway. But what an absolute game it was. Probably, if you're a neutral fan or a rival fan, it was probably the best game ever for you guys. In terms of Liverpool fans, I know all of us, we're pretty much frustrated and annoyed. I know that I was pretty annoyed. I was going to say before we went live, sorry if I do swear quite a lot, because I'm very, very angry at the team performance. And it's not so much, I'm not pointing at one particular player. Of course I'm not. If anyone's in here right now and you go onto Twitter and start abusing a player, then for me and a Liverpool fan, realistically, I would like to shout at Adrian. I would like to shout at Joe Gomez, but the both of them are Liverpool players, and at the end of the day, they're human beings. People can make mistakes. Yes, it's frustrating. Yes, we want Liverpool to win every single game in the Premier League this season, but things like this happen. It's a rare occasion, and it's one of the things that it doesn't happen quite often, but it does happen. So the things I would just say, just stay calm. Please be thoughtful of others as well, and please do not abuse any other Liverpool players. On social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, social media, please do not go and abuse any Liverpool players anyway. But let me read a few more of your chats. Chris says, again, I don't want to any abuse to our players. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Ali, Anoop says Ali will not be available at least 4 weeks. We will get on to Alisson news. Of course, same as Villa exploited our high line, but we just looked so slow and flat. I would agree. Finn's in saying, greetings, Dave. If Dave's in here, then that's fantastic. I'm not Dave. Patesh says, I get why we do it, but why do we play to catch opponents offside so often? It doesn't improve. Is just defend the ball at all costs. Yeah, it's like someone said in the chat, why do we play the high line? And sometimes it catches teams out. I think Liverpool over the last season and a half, last season and this season, have caught the most offsides, I believe it is. So I personally don't get why we do this. I remember teams going, not last season, the season before, when we got 97 points, saying that compared to that season to last season, we were better because of the deep line, and Virgil van Dijk was better because of that. And maybe we should go back to that. Maybe it's a potential thing, but it's very strange for me personally how we can go from having that type of performance we did last week against Arsenal, which was one of the best under Jurgen Klopp. And I put it in the thumbnail, I put it in the title. This for me was one of the worst performances under Jurgen Klopp. One of the worst, in my opinion, as a team, let alone individual performances. As a team, it was shocking, and we still managed to score 2 goals. We did. But we've ended up conceding 7 goals to Aston Villa. And that's no disrespect to Aston Villa, of course, but it's Aston Villa. I wouldn't say so much if it was against Manchester City or, or another top team, but Aston Villa, it's weird to me. I know that's the unpredictability of the Premier League, and that is how the Premier League works. Any team can beat any team, but, it's Aston Villa, and we've conceded 7 goals against Aston Villa. For me, it is truly shocking, and I don't think we need to, throw our toys out the pram as much. I may sound like I am doing it a little bit, but I just think that we don't need to go, oh, Joe Gomez never needs to play for Liverpool ever again. We never need to play that midfield 3 ever again, and things like this. But I just think that maybe change is needed in some aspect of things. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section anyway. But what else we have? Unbearable says, chin up lads, we are Liverpool, take the bashing from rivals, we move on and we will be back. Absolutely. Unbearables, absolutely. Finn says the whole team was shocking, to be honest, except for Salah. Mane has been the guy to bail us out in situations like these. Embarrassing, and I don't know what to make of it. Is it that we are underestimating them? I don't think we're underestimating them. I just think it's something that, because I was just watching Redmen TV, and they were going on about, is this a long-term problem in terms of Liverpool's defense? And we don't really know that. As we said, you look at last week's performance, it was one of the best under Jurgen Klopp, against Arsenal, and compared to this week, now it's one of the worst. It's weird. It's very, very weird, excuse me. And that's football. That is football. But I don't know. I don't think we underestimated them. I don't think Klopp would underestimate any Premier League team, if I'm being perfectly honest. Seamus Moore says, it's a team sport. Can't just point the finger at one player after the result. Yeah, absolutely. Chris says, I love our players, win, lose, or draw. Yeah, absolutely. I do agree with that. You also say, I would never overstep overstepping the mark, abusing them. Yeah, no, I don't like it. I personally feel like if you was to abuse a player, you're not a Liverpool fan, or you're not a football fan, realistically, because you just don't do those types of things. And before I read Finn's comment out, I should rightfully go after Joe Gomez. I did with Dejan Lovren after the Watford game, and I will go after a little bit after Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez had one of the worst performances I think I've seen from a centre half at Liverpool in a very long time. But just to think about it and go, why did he have such a bad performance? Has there been anything that's happened or anything like this? Has there been, has he trained too much? Is there that? Who knows? And now, fortunate enough for Liverpool, now we have 2 weeks to think about it, and now the next game is against Everton, which they've won 4 out of 4, and they'll be right up for the game in 2 weeks' time as well. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. But Finn says, I think we need to reserve our strategies because Alisson is injured and Highline is good if we have an Alisson who is a sweeper. Also, centre-backs have got pace. With Adrian, we have to adjust. Yeah, I do agree with that. I absolutely do agree with that. So Klopp says Fabinho and VVD has to be our centre-back partnership after the break. Thiago and Mane to come back and replace Keita with Henderson. Will beat Everton with that lineup. Boom, sorted. I know that Naby Lad had a bad game today. I definitely know that, but I would just say for me, he's probably been the best player. With coming back, from Project Restart till about today. He's probably been Liverpool's best player, and he was taken off at half-time. But yeah, for me, he's been Liverpool's best player without a shadow of a doubt, in my personal opinion. Anyway, I know Mane has probably been up there as well. But I would say, for me, I think Kate has been fantastic. So, one of those things. I was surprised that Jordan Henderson didn't come on. If I'm being perfectly honest, I'm surprised that Klopp didn't play him. So is he fit? Is he ready? Who knows? Because England, they've named Jordan Henderson in the bloody team. He's going with England for next week. I just personally think that shouldn't be a thing. Let me go back up. Diego's in. How are you, Diego? Hopefully having a fantastic day, mate. Patesh says, I think we just need to stop trying to catch opponents offside. Yeah, maybe Klopp may change that over the next 2 weeks. Kale says, what will the board think if Everton and Leeds and Palace get a Champions League place? They're not no, that isn't going to happen. And anyway, if it did happen, Klopp would still be manager next year and beyond. Don't get that twisted and don't start that, Cahill. Yeah, don't, because that is not going to happen. We're not going to get rid of Klopp now because we've lost 7-2. That's just stupid. Dave says, "What the fuck?" Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, absolutely. What happened, Dave? What happened? Like I said, going back from last week to this week, what has happened in a week? It's crazy, absolutely crazy. Chris says, constructive criticism is fine, or constructive criticism is fine. I always do that, but abusing them is a different thing and overstepping the mark. Yeah, absolutely, I do agree with that. Patesh says, nah, you can't abuse players. They are family. When they signed that deal, yes, he was poor alongside a few others. Yeah, absolutely, I do get that. So Klopp says, Gomez shouldn't have started this game. He had only come back from injury. The Fabinho-VVD partnership wasn't broken, so why fix it? To be fair, Joe Gomez was probably one of the man of the matches against Arsenal last week, so why wouldn't he play? That's the question. Why wouldn't he play? And I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe if I was to watch a little bit of the game back, maybe tomorrow and look at a few things, my mind would be, different and that. But I just don't know what happened. I seriously don't. But Diego says, Atkins should have given Salah. Salah was body checked. I never liked Ref Atkinson's. Yeah, I think that was at 1-0, I think, and that should have been given as a penalty, and it wasn't given. So maybe if that went in, things would have been different. But to be fair, Villa just destroyed us today. They did. I'm getting nervous that Villa might get a Champions League. Go away, KL. No, they're not going to get Champions League place. Finn says, with this defeat, it may be a blessing in disguise with our next fixture at Derby. Well, the Merseyside Derby, can't get any bigger than that. Fixtures at Derby, it's a wake up, and we need to react, especially for a Derby, which is also tricky. Yeah, I would agree with that. Klopp says, Klopp says the only shining light is that we're now in the international break. Klopp and the team need to make use of this for good head shaking. Yeah, the only problem is the fact that the majority of the first team is going into international breaks. I think, numbers wise, I think the likes of, other I think all European internationals are going away, and then I think your South Americans, Takumi Minamino with Japan, Mo with Egypt, and Sadio, they're not going away. That's the lucky thing. Sadio can't go away anyway because he has COVID-19. So, maybe it will be good to now see what he does over the international period, but it will be interesting. But someone did mention this in the comments, and I will bring it up for you guys right now, and that is the bad news of what Jurgen Klopp did say after the game. As you can see right now, James Pierce tweeted out at, when was it? It was at 9:53, about 7 minutes before we went live. Klopp, Alisson has no chance of playing against Everton. 4 weeks is possible. 6 weeks is more likely. Now, 6 weeks again without Alisson Becker, the one of, if not the best goalkeeper in the Premier League, to be missing for 6 weeks again is huge for Liverpool. And yeah, I I was having a little bit of a debate. I think with data on well, not a debate. It was realistically. Oh, let me take that off screen. Yeah, we were talking on Twitter and we were saying, you know, could Liverpool go for another goalkeeper tomorrow? And I said plain sail, no. We're not going to get another backup goalkeeper. We're not. And then, you know, all the Twitter noobs and things, I guess, were saying, oh, why did we get rid of Karius so quickly? You know, when we could have kept him and compete with, you know, with Karius and Adrian, and we were like, maybe, but then, you know, who knows? But realistically, at the end of the day, you know, Adrian, he's good enough to be a number 2 goalkeeper in my opinion. But it's like, now looking at that performance, do I feel confident from that in this immediate moment? No, I don't. I don't feel confident, and I don't know whether or not the back four feels like that as well. I don't know whether or not they feel, you know, that they can't do the same thing. Maybe that might be, you know, as we said about Klopp, you know, maybe now potentially, you know, in international break, would he now make the line a bit deeper, you know, and try and do it with that. And then when Ali comes back, then maybe we can keep up then with a high line. You know, maybe that might be a possibility. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts and keep your comments and questions coming in, and I will read them all anyway. Sorry if I haven't like literally gone in onto the game. I'm just talking around it and that because I don't really want to. Well, first of all, I don't want to talk about the game realistically. No, but I'm kidding. But you know, I don't want to, you know, look at it too, you know, downbeat like, and I don't want it to, you know, take this away from like Liverpool as an overall picture this season. You know, 3 wins out of 4, it's not bad. You know, and like I said, you know, look at last season. You know, Liverpool lost 3 times last year, and overall, you look at it and you go, okay, you get 3 chances to not win. You know, you get 3 losses. You know, you're allowed that. So we've already got 1 strike. You know, we're allowed another 2. You know, and that's it for the season. That's all you can have for the season. So hopefully that will be the thing anyway. But what do we have anyway? But Seema says, I was in such a good, happy mood before the game that quickly changed. Yeah, I get what you mean, but they. Kale says, done deal Cavani to Manchester United. I don't care about Cavani. They can have Cavani. You know, I'm happy with who we got. To be fair, Adrian should have been replaced. Not good enough. We saw that against Atletico Madrid. Hello, Mo. Anyway, but yeah, I would have to agree with you in that aspect of things. Patesh says, "Void the season. This Corona business is scary. It is scary, but I can't see us doing that. Can anyone else?" Can anyone else? You know, I'd love them to scrap it now. You know, screw it. But Diego says, fair play to the young lad, Ollie Watkins. I had Villa. I had to go down. What do I know? You know, I said it, you know, and I said it before we literally talked about Liverpool altogether. I said, you know, well done towards Aston Villa and well done, Ollie Watkins. That first half hat trick was very, very good and very, very, it wasn't just, simple goals. The second goal was a worldie. It was a world-class goal. Villa, they did have a couple of lucky goals, in deflections and that. But yeah, with the likes of, that goal was absolutely superb, in my opinion anyway. But Chris says, let's hope this is just one of those freak results and that we have every season. Yeah, hopefully this will be that. So Klopp says, start Adrian versus Everton or give Callagher his chance to shine. I think it'll be Adrian again. I think Klopp will stick with him, me personally. Finn asks, my only fear is that after international break, we don't play like we did against Leeds because the team had just come from the break. Last team out and only had 2 days to prepare. Derby starts at 12:30. Yeah, it does. It does start at 12:30. Was it 2 weeks yesterday? So yeah. Chris says too risky to start Callagher in a big game versus Everton. Diego says top 5 keepers in the world. Ter Stegen at Barcelona, Thibaut Courtois at Real Madrid, Keylor Navas PSG, Peter Galetsky RB Leipzig, make a bid for one of them. No, maybe Galatsky. Maybe bring Galatsky back to Liverpool. we could maybe do that, but yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. And I don't think I've seen a couple of people now reckon that Gazaniga from Spurs is available for like something like £5 million. If that's true, maybe Liverpool might look at that. But I can safely say right now, Liverpool are not buying a goalkeeper tomorrow. Let's just say this now. Klopp has faith in Adrian, and he's not going to change that. So Klopp says, "Can't believe we sold Galatsky. Imagine him as our backup. We sold him back in, like, what was it, 2010, 2011, something like that. I think it's somewhere around there. Imagine if Klopp is playing mind games, though, not his style, though. Yeah, Klopp's not playing mind games. Mark is in. How are you, Mark? Hopefully on a fantastic day, mate. Says, Alisson out for a while. Yeah, he is out for a while. Looks to be 6 weeks out. So, yeah, and we now know what it was from. So, yesterday, believe they're having their final training session, before the Aston Villa game, and him and I think Billy Cometio had a collision. Cometio got back up, Alisson didn't, and apparently Alisson was down for a while before he got back up, and then obviously the shoulder injury happened, and yeah, luckily the best thing is that football is off for 2 weeks, in terms of international break. So realistically, we'll be out for Alisson for about 4 weeks of competitive football. So that's like as it is. Like, but Sir Klopp says it's a serious shoulder injury, one of the worst injuries you can get as a goalkeeper. Yeah, it is. It is, and it's scary as well for him, because of course him having the the hip injury last season and having the shoulder injury this season. I just hope now that this isn't a case with Ali, and it becomes like he's an injury-prone player, because I hope to God he's not, because he's so good, for us. Apateshas, you have to laugh or you'll cry. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Sir Klopp says Halloween has come early. Yes, it has. It has come very, very, very early. Mark says if more players get it, we might have to. Oh, that's with COVID. Yeah, I know what you mean by that. Sir Klopp says trigger Bruce's buyback clause. We've just sold him. We can't buy it. We can't get him back, man. Kale says Ajax are weak because 2 of their players are going to Chelsea and Barcelona, so Ajax might be weak. I think that's for the Champions League. Not really focusing on the Champions League at the minute. I think not many people are at the moment, but Mark says get Gabara back. That isn't happening. We've just got rid of him as well as Karius. Kale says I agree. So Klopp says we sold get your words right, Con. Galusic, to Salzburg in 2013. Then he went to the sister club. Yeah, he did. Galachi. There we go. Galachi. I did finally say it. Seamus says, do you think that maybe we are still light in defense? I know we can use Fabinho, but we didn't replace Lovren. I've said this. Yes, I think we are light in defense, especially with Joel Matip being injured. It's not even like if we have our 3 centre backs in Virgil van Dijk, Joe Gomez, and Joel Matip. We haven't got all 3. We've only got Gomez and Virgil. So for me, I think a defender, a centre back anyway, is needed. Even if it was someone like a Ragnar Klavan, that similar type of player that knows he's coming in as 3rd or 4th choice centre back and can then, be used then if, for example, a Gomez or a Matip is out, and to be solid like as. So for me, yeah, I still think Liverpool need a centre half, if I'm being perfectly honest. But yeah, it is going to be interesting, what is going to happen then in that opinion. Let me just switch that off. Dismiss. Right, so we have Sir Klopp says he says, Mark, I'd say leave him on loan. Kelleher is just, if not more than capable than Kabara. Has his first team experience. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Mark says still not good. Yeah, I would agree with that. Kelleher says, what do you think of Randolph come to Liverpool? No, that's not happening. Randolph's probably worse than Adrian in many respects. But Tesh says, if I'm honest, honestly not annoyed. I just want to shout at our defense. But we are world champions and top of the tree, lads. Yeah. Yeah, we are still the best team in the world, even though we just got thumped 7-2 by but by Aston Villa. But yeah, it's like I said, earlier on, and then Chris says, we still a centre back. I agree. So like yeah, I would absolutely agree with that. But the major important thing there for me is that Liverpool. It's like, I'm hoping this isn't a long-term problem, with the high line problem and players looking slow on reactions and things like this. I'm hoping now defensively it's not a reaction thing and not something that we can be scared of to go and do, because realistically we're not doing what we're doing practically. We're not doing what we did last season in catching those people offside, and realistically, why should we be doing it? That's my personal opinion. And like we've said as well in this, maybe Klopp may change things over the international break. But yeah, the guys are going to be heading off in about 5 minutes time. If you want to ask me any more questions about transfers, anything about the game, or anything, then please do let me know in the comment section. Like I said, sorry if I have been a bit down on this match reaction, but I think it's a bit understandable, like us losing 7-2 towards Aston Villa. It's just shite. It's practically shite. It's absolutely shite. Diego says the players will probably feel they let Klopp down today. Klopp will lift his players and fix any problems. He has the experience. Yeah, absolutely. Mark says they all just looked bad. Yeah, I would agree with that. Finn says, I guess this is just a wake-up call for us as a team. Hopefully this will be the big wake-up call. Kale says, in January, I like to see summer come. Mate, that, like, things like that, no, it's not going to happen. So Klopp says, we definitely need a caliber. Actually, to be fair, Cahill, probably you need that at Manchester United, because friggin' De Gea can't save a thing to be at the minute. But so Klopp says, we definitely need Klavan Kyrgios type centre back. We have 3 senior centre backs, but at any given time, one is injured. We're supposed to have 4 senior centre backs. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing for me. I think we need to bring in just at least one more player. Patesh says, Connor, I want Zagadou, I think that's how you say it, from Dortmund. Bring him to me. We would have to check that. I definitely would have to check that. So Klopp says, any experienced veterans centre backs out of contract, like how Chelsea got Thiago Silva? I don't know. I actually don't know. I haven't really looked into that, to be fair. Cop Council's biggest fan says Bobby is terrible. Yeah, I haven't really mentioned Bobby in this stream, and I know that a lot of people were saying Bobby was bad today. Yeah, I do agree he was bad, but I feel like some of the criticism he received, was a bit unfair, if I'm being perfectly honest. But with that as well, it's like, fair enough. Sometimes it can be, but players can play bad, but it wasn't just Bobby today. It was the whole freaking team. Kale says, any news on Mbappe coming? No, that's not happening at the moment anyway. Finn says, has the 17-year-old Brazilian keeper been unveiled? He hasn't been unveiled, but he has signed for Liverpool. And I believe if you watch a training video that was on Thursday, he was in that training video. So he is training with the squad for Liverpool anyway. Diego says, hit the like and subscribe at the Cop, at the Cop Council. Yes, if you are new to the Cop Council, then please hit the subscribe button. If you do like this content and you like me having a little bit of a rant about us losing and that, but yeah, if you could do it, it'd be massively appreciated as always. Sam is in saying 4. Don't know what that's for. Kale says, yeah, Summer should go to Manchester United. To be fair, anyone should go to Manchester United. Chris says, any rumours about Kabak as we're being linked with him? I think Kabak is going to AC Milan. I believe Fabrizio Romano tweeted out yesterday saying that he's going to be going to Madrid. And I think there was just minor details between Milan and Schalke to finalize, and then he would be going to Milan for his medical and that. So looks like that he's going to Italy either way. Sam says Firmino is too complacent. In my opinion, he was appalling today. Yeah, I think many people still have that view as well. I love Bobby, but today he was poor. And to be fair, I love Naby Keita, but Naby was poor today. I will admit it. Naby was terrible today. Mo says, I'm not confident with any games with Adrian in goal. I think many people share that same view as you. Seema says, I could mention players' names on tonight's game, but it was just shocking performance from everyone. Yeah, absolutely. I would agree with that. Finn says, we have been spoiled as fans by wins and wins. Hate having this loss feeling. Hope it won't happen anytime soon. Yeah, I think we've actually forgotten how it is to lose, how it feels to lose. And yeah, because we've been on such a high over the last, what is it, 3, 4 months, 5 months, since we that loss against City, that 4-0 loss, that was like the title, like, after just winning the title, so it didn't really feel like a loss. So yeah, it's just crazy, man. Sam said I didn't mean to put 4. I was trying to call Firmino bad. This team will bounce back. Kaya says, was Jota playing for Villa? No, he was playing for Liverpool. Sam, Mo and Robbo were actually not bad though. Yeah, I said that Mo was probably our best attacker. I thought Jota was our bet. Like, I think he played well, but I think there was still times where he didn't do good things good defensively. And Robbo, like I said, he was probably the best out of the defense today anyway, in my personal opinion, for sure. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there for tonight. We have been going for about 40 minutes or 35 minutes. Tonight I just wanted to get my reaction towards this match and get your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below. And realistically, I named it, Jurgen Klopp's worst ever performance. I personally think it was one of the worst. I think this has probably overtaken Spurs back in 2017 when we lost 4-1. Just the sheer amount of bad performances throughout the squad, throughout the team. It wasn't just another 1 or 2 players. It was a whole team togetherness in being bad tonight. And we have to now go away. We now have to focus now on international break. We have to regather our thoughts, regather ourselves, and work then to trying to justify what happened tonight against Everton then in 2 weeks time. I just want to say as well, before I do go off as well, I might have 1 or 2 days off because there's no football. Maybe we might actually, saying that, we may do a live video on transfer deadline day, which is tomorrow, for any of you guys that don't know that. But yeah, the transfer deadline day is tomorrow. We may do a live stream about it. I'm not quite sure yet if we're not, but we might take 1 or 2 days off, and hopefully that's okay with you guys anyway in that aspect of things. But yeah, thank you to everyone that has viewed this video. As always, I do very much appreciate it. If you can leave a like on the video, massively appreciated. And also as well, excuse me, and if you are new to the Cop Council, then please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to enable notifications, because YouTube hate notifications. But until next time, guys, that is going to be it from me. I've been Connor from the Cop Council, and I will see you all later.